Hello guys, this time I'm going to talk about strongly connected components. So it's actually pretty simple. We have a graph here and we're asked to find the strongly connected components of this graph. And what that means is simply we want to split the graph into subgraphs, where in these subgraphs we can, for instance, from the vertex A, we can reach all the other vertices in the subgraph, and all these other vertices can reach A. So A reaches B, and A can reach E, and from B we can reach A and E, and from E we can reach A and B. So actually there has to be some kind of cycle, and then we just we figure out how many of these subgraphs are there, and possibly state which of them is it. Okay, so let's look at an example. The last two examples are actually pretty simple when you just get to see what it is. This has more work. So we're gonna start with this. This is a more typical task. So we look at this graph and we want to find the strong connected components. Okay, so what I do is I set out to look for cycles in this graph. It's possible to use algorithms for it, but for these smaller tasks I'd advise just to use your intuition. It's quite it works the best for me though. Okay, so we look for a cycle and we find one here, right? Okay, so we can reach from A, we can reach B and E, and from E we can reach A and B, and from B we can reach E and A, and so forth. But if we move away from this subgraph, we will never get back again. So this is a strongly connected component, right? Okay, let's just go and look from B then. B we can get to. Okay, so if we send an F, right? We go to J. Well, everything points to J, apparently. So we're not gonna do anything here. Let's just let's try to go the other way. So we're going looking for a cycle. Let's see if we can make one. And yeah, we can. So we have a cycle here, right? So I might have went to J, but J doesn't really point at anything. So what we can do is we can make this path and cut everything out and say, well, everything is actually pointing away from the subgraph, so it's strongly connected. Okay, let's look at this part. So I points to J, so actually we have a cycle right here, right? So it's also a strongly connected component, because if we go over here, we can't get back again. So we can do like this, and then finally we have a strongly connected component over here. So you might want to write it like A, comma B, comma E. That's the first strongly connected component, and then this guy C, comma D, comma F, G, H, and so forth. Okay, so it's fairly straightforward. I'd advise you to just try this out. Yeah. For the other two examples, it's a bit tricky when you first watch them, because you gotta look for cycles and you can't actually find any. These all go from left to right, or either down and up. So there are no cycles in this graph, and actually these two are DAGs. They're directed acyclic graphs, right? So that's a DAG, DAG, directed acyclic graphs. So they're directed right. This was also directed, so that's the difference. But they're acyclic. That means they don't have any cycles. which this did. And you can't have a strongly connected component if you don't have any cycles. So every single vertex will actually be its own strongly connected component. So yeah, you can have a strongly connected component, but it's just going to be a vertex, and this goes for both graphs actually. Yeah, so I guess that concludes